in American Dream Cinema is the name of the company. What was the idea that, now you and Chris, how did you, because I think we need to talk about him, because I think the students need to know that when you do this, there are people you work with and support, and you've got to have that crowd. How did the two of you connect, and what was it that drew you together with this, this dream of this company?
Well, Chris was an amazing producer. He had just a natural knack of connecting with people and putting teams of people together that really meshed. And I didn't know Chris, even though it was a pretty small school, until after my first year I'd done a short film, and I had won. They had a big school banquet for awards thing, and I had won cinematographer of the year. And he came up to me and introduced himself, said, "Hey, I really loved your film, and I understood you directed it too." So I shot it and directed it. And he said, "Hey, I would like to really work with you. Let's work together with something." And from then on, we were just inseparable. I was probably 21. We were both probably 21 at the time, and we started making these films together. We started taking classes together, and I always just knew from then on that he was going to be my producing partner, my production partner, where I would do the creative. I would write it and direct it, and sometimes shoot it. Most of the times I would shoot it, and he would produce it. He would give me all the elements I need. I need this, I need that, and he would just make it happen. And he also had a really good knack for overall storytelling and what the story arc should be. So he wouldn't come in and tell me what the character should say, but he would always say, "All right, well, there needs to be a whammy. 5 minutes into the film, we call them whammies. We need a whammy here, and you need a whammy at 15 minutes, and then you need to have your twist at page 75 to 80." And he would be a really good producer as far as overlying arc of what the film should be to make it entertaining. So we just really meshed together, worked together well. So after we graduated, that's when we started American Dream Cinema, the company, right out of school. And he went to LA to start making connections, and then I stayed in San Diego and would direct and shoot local projects to kind of build up that name and resume again. I did move to up to Hollywood for a brief period with Chris. We lived together for a short time, and we just kind of decided that I could have more luck down in San Diego, starting the company and getting jobs and getting some experience and work for the real before we started parlaying it into something bigger.
I know that you won your first Emmy with Chris. It was for a local spot. Talk about that a little bit, and how that helped you, because part of the process is getting your name out, having a reel, having something to show, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, that was real exciting. It was a anti-drug campaign, which back in the 80s that was really popular to have these anti-drug things. And it was my first time working with a producer that was that good, that can give you everything you need. I would say, all right, we need to have a dead body being thrown into a dumpster. And so, he got a dumpster, he got a stunt person who would do that. He would just, I need a smoke machine. He would give a case of beer to some special effects guy who would let him use the smoke machine. I mean, he would just give. And so my work ended up looking so much better because I had all these elements and things that someone else brought to the table. It wasn't being created in a vacuum like I was used to. I was used to doing everything myself. And so to have somebody there that was just as passionate about the project as I was, and somebody that can just fill in all the blanks as to what it needs to make it that little extra level of quality. And so we produced it, and it was great. It won a whole bunch of things, including at least one Emmy, I think. We won an Emmy, and that was super exciting night. First tuxedo and first I probably had a cocktail or two, but it was it was certainly a highlight of my younger years for sure.